The CHEO Telethon is happening this Saturday afternoon. The telethon has brought in millions of dollars over the years for the hospital, as well as the Research Institute and the Roger Neilson Children's Hospice. The Roger Neilson Children's Hospice is a community leader in supporting kids with life-limiting illness and their families. Also, the hospice is a leader in providing grief support for services for young people as part of an expansion that rolled out in November of 2024. Their grief support programs are there for young people who have experienced the death of anyone significant in their lives. Joining me now to tell us more about her work is Sarah Ellen Wiseman. She's a palliative care social worker at Roger Neilson Children's Hospice. Good morning to you, Sarah. Good morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so glad that you're on because we have a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions about Roger Neilson Children's Hospice and what they do and how they help children, because you don't normally think about children grieving the loss of someone.
Yeah.
You just don't. And then it breaks your heart to think that there are children who have to deal with that. Of course there are.
Absolutely.
Right. And so let's talk about some of the major programs. Can you talk about a few of the programs that you have out there for the children?
Yes. I'm so proud of our Ottawa community that we have a pediatric hospice that, as a part of CHEO and our campus in Roger Neilson Children's Hospice, we're able to support families who have a child with a life-limiting diagnosis or who have had a child die in the community. As you said, it's something that I think is really hard for people to fathom, but is so critical for us as a community to recognize and honor our families that need our support the most.
What got you into palliative care? What attracted you to that field?
I just loved how embracing the care is of the entire family. It is about the child. It's about the parents and caregivers. It's about the siblings, the grandparents, their school community. A kid gets to be a kid, even when they're having to go to the hospital for appointments or having some difficult days. They still get to be a kid. Tell
us about the Young Grievers program.
Yes, so with our expanded mandate, we're now able to support young people who've experienced the death of someone really important to them. And what I've noticed is we had so many calls coming in asking for support, and now we're able to say, yes, please come through our doors and be welcomed and greeted and be able to meet other children that have also experienced a death loss and know that you're not alone, because grief is so isolating. And so for these kids and young people to say, oof, I'm not alone. People care. I can move with this.
Each child must be different and grieves differently. I would imagine there's a wide range of reaction to grief in the children that you treat.
Absolutely, yes. And something that I talk to folks a lot about is that kids grieve in spurts. It's like puddle jumping, we call it. So a young person can jump in that puddle of grief, and it's as consuming as it would be for an adult. And then just seemingly as quickly they can jump out and play and have fun and be with their people. And so it's really important, I think, for folks to recognize that grief looks really unique in young people. And so to just make sure that you're making that space for them to have safe people to talk to, and also letting them be a kid.
Sarah Ellen Wiseman, we're so glad that you came on today just to give us a little window into some of the extensive work that's being done at the Roger Neilson Children's Hospice. I mean, in so many ways, you're helping so many children and then their families and then subsequently the community. Thank you very much for what you do.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right, don't forget the CHEO Telethon is happening on Saturday, June 7th at 4 p.m.